I was speaking to someone, they're like, "Oh, you should buy a Rolex. The money goes up. Rolex is a good investment." And don't get me wrong, it can be, but I think a lot of that stems from the pandemic, which was a very weird, once in a generation type activity that led to these odd things happening in the economy. And you shouldn't take that as precedent for what the economy will look like in the future. Why the pandemic was a once in a lifetime opportunity is the fact that economies were at a standstill. People had very few places to spend their money. All the while, the governments of these economies were trying to stimulate growth by dropping interest rates, making money accessible. And it led to a phenomenon where all these people had more disposable income, had easier access to money, and had very few places to spend it. And that's why there was massive buy in things like Rollers and Pokemon cards and rare Jordans. And all of those like asset category had grown to ridiculous amounts from that pandemic spending, from people having very little opportunities to spend their money and wanting to blow it, have a bit of retail therapy, especially when you're sat at home all the time. And that situation we can't use as like, oh, so 2 years ago, royalties were worth X amount. Maybe in 2 years, they're going to be worth X amount too. I don't think that's the case because firstly, interest rate is quite high. Money is less accessible. Everything's open. So you can go spend your money on a holiday or a Rolex. You probably spend it on a holiday. And then in terms of where the economy is going and where attention is the artificial intelligence company IPOs. And that's such a money intensive market, and it's sucking so much money out of other asset classes into it, which is probably why you're seeing such a drop in cryptocurrencies because people are taking money out of crypto, wanting to be a part of like the SpaceX IPO. And I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, I think that would be worse. And I don't see Road or rare Pokemon cards or Jordans being that popular